Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is The Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. Today's return of Final Fantasy XI, one of my favorite soundtracks I've discovered on this channel, and I still believe a very underrated soundtrack. And I believe we have a little special 3 songs in one video type of thing. These are requested by Pepita and AZ, or Az. Thank you very much. So the first one is called Recollection from the channel Nobuo. And then after that, we have another song called One Last Time from the channel Lolta Repup. Now the reason this one is here is because the requester said some people call this song Recollection 2 or Recollection V2. So if someone happens to suggest that it's the same song as this one and One Last Time is the real name. Now as far as that goes, I looked at many track lists for this game and I couldn't find anything called One Last Time. So I don't know what the name of this song is. So, and then the other one is Tough Battle. Now it's kind of rare that I've heard battle music in 11, but apparently I have. So that should be fun. And that's from the channel Neo Shimizuda. All right, so let's go. 2 powerhouse composers in one video. Nobuo with Recollection FF11. No context on where they play. I've heard that melody before. Da, 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 da. What is that? It's gonna drive me nuts. I've heard this somewhere. I'll worry about it later. Let me just enjoy the song. Kind of sounds like a music box, sort of. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts all day, dude. I don't know where I heard it. Oh, I'd have to assume it's Nobuo that did it, but I don't know what song it is. Oh well. Oh, the harp. The harp is so nice. I feel like it gets used a lot in 11 in a good way. Oh, that's probably why it's called Recollection, right? A callback. Oh man. Either way, that melody is really strong. And then that kind of sounds like the prelude too. Is this supposed to be like an Easter egg song? Oh, the way it went right back into the melody. That was nice. That's all I'm going to focus on. I don't want to talk too much because I want to hear the next one, see if they're related at all. But in the meantime, let me talk for this for like a minute. Oh man. This is one of those melodies where it's just like, it's so potent that I don't know if it's from a game I played before. I don't know if it's through passing or one of the many, many hundreds of songs that I've heard on this channel before. It's not too far-fetched since I've heard a handful of Nobuo Uematsu songs. But I feel like I've heard that melody somewhere. But I don't think I've heard it in 11. If that's what I'm trying to get at. I feel like this is from something else prior. The song's called Recollection. Which is interesting. Because... No, actually it makes sense. It makes sense. Because 11 and 14 are the MMOs, so it kind of would make sense to do callbacks and, you know, bring the... Well, here's my take on it. I don't even know if it's a take or just it's just really a guess on what I think is going on. I never played an MMO. My idea of Final Fantasy is that each of them are self-contained stories, right? And I've experienced that myself, except for the ones that are clearly labeled like 10-2 or like 13. I don't know if 11 and 14. I'm pretty sure they have their own story. But considering the kind of game it is, it's probably loaded with motifs all over the place. I know 14 has a lot of that. I'm not sure about 11. I'm not sure if... I have to think. I'm not sure if I've heard something from a previous Final Fantasy in 11 soundtrack yet. If I have, let me know. I can't think at the moment. I want to say most of my experience with 11 has been all original music. I think. But that I've definitely heard somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm sure you guys will tell me, and you've already typed it by the time I'm here. So anyways, that was really cool. And it definitely sounded like Nobuo Uematsu, you know? I know he wasn't a huge part of 11, but that definitely sounds like him. And that also sounds like one of his style of melodies, which is probably what he's most known for, is like that really strong melody that you guys have been humming forever. So this may or may not be related. And I cannot find the official name of this or anything, but let me know where this plays or what this is. But this is One Last Time from Final Fantasy XI. Motif is right there. Da, 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 da. Okay, so they are related a little bit. You know what's weird? My brain immediately went to like the Legend of Zelda. This sounds like a Legend of Zelda motif. Not anymore. But I mean, just the melody. The melody sounds like a kind of Koji Kondo thing. Oh, what the heck? We got half-step bends in here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Interesting use of the bends. You never hear that. Ooh. I like how it sounds like a mixture of like real and MIDI instruments. It's like a nice in-between. And then the strings doing the kind of rhythmic part. Ooh, a groove introduced? Hell yeah, I'm gonna turn this up. Oh my gosh. That is so unique. Well, I guess you're gonna hear me nerd out a little bit on some guitar techniques. But how do they do that? Oh, I think it's a wang bar. Da da to go down in pitch. What? Dude, either way, Final Fantasy XI music is so slept on. I love this soundtrack. I can safely say I love Final Fantasy VII 11 music. It's just its own thing. Oh, he has a harp. This song feels a little bit more sporadic. It feels kind of like you're walking around or something. It's like it's just moving a lot. Yeah, right. And little sound effects everywhere. Ooh, I love those cascading things. And I love flutes. Damn, what a great song. And it just ends like that. Oh, I'm so glad I actually decided to put those together. I can't wait for you guys to tell me what song that is. As soon as you guys tell me, which by the way, I'll probably know before the video even goes public because Patreon sees it like a couple days early. But I'm just saying, by the time someone tells me what this is, the actual melody, I'm going to see if I reacted to it and then just hear it again. And if I haven't reacted to it properly, like where it actually comes from, then I'll do like a full-on video for it because it deserves it. Like, that's such a good melody, you know what I mean? That's such a good melody. It's up there like with, I don't know how to explain it, but like, for example, Terra from FF6. I remember hearing that and I was like, okay, I'm gonna play FF6. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those, like, those types of melodies, the ones that you can just remember for the rest of your life. And it immediately grabs you. There's a reason why we listen to this composer 30 years later. You know, there's people here that have been listening to Nobumatsu since they were 5, 10, 15 years old, and now they're 25, 30, 40, 50, I don't know. It's a long time to be listening to someone and have their tune stuck in their head. That was cool. That was cool. That was really, really cool. That was very interesting. I don't think I've heard electric guitars like that in FF11, maybe, but I don't recall, you know, this kind of electric harmonizing guitars. Those are 2 guitars to get that kind of sound. But not only that, is that they went with a bending lead. All that is it's pretty straightforward. I mean, maybe I can do a demonstration, but I'm kind of lazy and the guitar's like, it's just out of reach. But the, it's very self-explanatory. You guys know what a guitar looks like, a fretboard, right? Just it's horizontal piece of wood. And basically, when you see a person bend, they're bending up. You can only bend up to anywhere from like the very next note over to maybe sometimes even up to like 4 frets over. The more you bend it, the more it goes up to that. So these sound kind of like half bends, which are actually, I should say more like half step bends. It sounds a little more music theory, but half step is basically the next fret over. It's the easiest way to remember. The next dot over or something like that, you know? The next, what's the word I'm thinking of? Adjacent fret. So instead of like da-na-na-na, da-na-na, it's da-na-na-na-da, which is weird because it goes back to that note. It stays on that note. It might be easier to do visual representation, so I might have to do a cut later. But anyways, yeah, and then when they go down in pitch, that's done through a whammy bar, which is like those little, if you ever see those, like, it's like a bar next to the bridge on the guitar that makes the pitch go down. So I wonder why they went with that. I mean, it's expressive and it's cool. Yeah, maybe I'll just learn this melody by ear in a second and do a cut and show you like visually what that looks like. But that's what that sounds like. Cool. Now this, also excited for because 2 reasons. One, Naoshi Mizuta is a fantastic composer. And I feel like he's also underrated. Everything I've heard from Naoshi Mizuta has been fantastic. The channel is Naoshi Mizuta. So this one's just called Tough Battle, and apparently I have heard some battle music. I don't know which one to the top of my head. Actually, I do. Hold on. I'll pull that up in a second. But anyways, I haven't heard much. But now that I know before I click play that's a battle theme, that's exciting. So let me pull up that message while Tough Battle starts from FF11. Immediately it reminded me of like a cave or a dungeon, an actual dungeon. Oh, I've heard Ragnarok and Awakening. Oh my gosh, what is this? I'm immediately getting like big cave cavern, if you will. The reverb on the sticks. Tap, 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 tap. There's like a spring reverb, like flutters. Well, it definitely sounds like a battle theme. It sounds like kind of not a generic boss fight, but it sounds like well, yeah, actually, for lack of a better term, a generic boss fight, meaning like a sub boss you fight every now and then. This plays doesn't sound like a specific boss to me. Maybe I could definitely hear this happening like multiple times throughout the playthrough. Ow. Ooh, the time signature. Percussionists, help me. What time signature are we in right here? Ooh, filling in the gaps. Ooh, this is chaos. That was tight. This composer's so good, dude. Okay, definitely the theme here was like this like dissonant pulling effect and kind of really cementing the whole like tough battle, right? It's uncomfortable, it's chaotic. You know, I'm imagining hearing that with what I'm assuming is like a large party fighting this whatever, you know what I mean? Every time I imagine 11, mind you, I always just imagine all the footage I've seen from 14. I've seen a lot of footage from 14, not a lot from 11, but I just kind of take that and just sort of imagine it like with graphics from years earlier. But I imagine it's pretty much the same thing, right? Like boss takes up most of the screen, huge amount of party members, a lot of icons, that kind of thing. I've yet to see a battle in 11, at least visually. But I'm imagining, you know, like that. But hearing the sound effects and all that alongside of the song, that's really cool. This song is really bold to me. It sounded uncomfortable in like the nicest way. It was it just kept pulling me away from it, but also pushing me right back into it. It was just like a dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. And then every time like a new rhythmic addition was added to the fray, it just kind of spiced it up more and more. And then they kept adding more layers into those empty spaces where the now rhythmic gaps are. That was just really cool. That was a really cool musical thing. Damn, that's like a song you send to someone who actually calls himself a professional. I will never call myself a music professional. The moment you call yourself a professional, people start to challenge you. And, you know, I will gladly admit I don't know everything. I'm self-taught and I know a lot because I've been doing it for 2 decades, but there's a lot of stuff I don't know and I'm not going to just make stuff up. So this is the type of song you send to like a, you know, someone who studied and knows music theory like the back of their hand, because there's a lot happening here. There's a lot happening, a lot of instruments, a lot of dynamics, and I get the gist of it, but it's out of my grasp to explain. But then again, my job here isn't to explain here, you know? It's just to kind of have fun and just listen to these video game songs I've been missing out on my entire life. And as you can see, this was another one. And speaking of music, I guess I have my hands full because now I'm going to learn that last song, which I still don't even know what it's called. For the time being, it's called Recollection. And one last time. But I'm going to show you the, I don't know, I haven't played in a while, and sometimes songs just kind of inspire me to pick it up. So I'm going to do a cut, credits are going to roll, and then I'm going to kind of just noodle some melodies, I guess, on the guitar. Anyways, thank you to the requesters, and let me know where these songs actually play. Thank you to Pepita and AZ, or Az. I still don't know how to say your name, but thank you for supporting. Thank you to all the patrons and my YouTube members as well for supporting me. I could not be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. It's guitar time. Peace.